So we've clicked in here now to the account tab, and I'm going to talk you through most of what you see in front of you. On the left hand box here, what we have are balances, and the bottom line for you when you're ever looking at this, the net liquidation is the total value of your account at the moment. So you can see here, this account here at the moment is worth €888,000. So that's the most important number you've got to see, is at the end of the day, is how much is my account worth. So if they were to sell everything and put everything into cash, that's what it would be, that's what it would look like at the moment. Now there's an awful lot of mention of margin here. So if you come over to the right hand side, this is something at the moment that you're not going to need to worry about until you actually open up your own account, and then at that stage we can explain a little bit more about margin. But margin is like a borrowing facility that most online brokers give you. It means that you could actually trade with more money than you have in your account. So as you can see here, even though our account is worth 888,000, they're letting us trade here with 3.5 million. Now our view is that you shouldn't use margin. It's a facility that's available to you. You need to enable margin to be able to use some of the option strategies that we'll talk about later in our courses, but you shouldn't avail of it. You should always stay within just the cash that you have in your account. Okay. Down here it's telling you what your cash balance is, securities, that's telling you what you have invested in stocks, and these are just some of the major things that I'm going to talk to you about right now to keep it simple for you. Then as we move down, it's actually telling you, okay, what's the market value of all of your positions, both in euros and US dollars. So if you're trading stocks all over the world, you'll have a lot of different currencies here, and then they'll repatriate it all back and calculate it out. Well, what's it all worth in euros? So they're talking about how much cash have you got in US dollars, how much have you got in euros, and then they'll calculate it all out into euros. So if you were invested into Asia there, for example, they'd have Asian currencies there as well. Then you come down into your positions. It's just telling you what positions you have open at the moment and how they're getting on. That's what this particular section goes through. And then the portfolio tab is pretty similar to positions. The only difference is with positions, you can actually trade from positions. And the portfolio tab just gives you a little bit more detail about what you have in your portfolio at the moment. So that's how a quick overview of how you can interpret that account screen.